Hey guys, it's Bob here, and we're here for another hero update. So, I've removed all my teams other than my defense team, so you can see basically where they're standing TP wise. I'll explain who I'm leveling next, what I'm going to be doing with certain people with grids, and stuff along those lines. So, as you can probably guess, Kunchin is first to be fully leveled. The only issue is I refuse to put 1 stars into him at this point, as he's a level 75. It's just not worth the food it costs. So I have been spreading across other heroes that need levels as well. You got Triton. I put his 18th grid on him today. I'm not resetting Triton. I'm going to max him out. Don't know which side I'm going to go to yet. Healing bonus. Probably the health bonus, to be honest. Healing bonus is nice, but doesn't increase stats. Khalil, I'm definitely going to finish her, and she's not getting reset either. A hefty 800 attack, and she definitely does good damage for me. Gadorus, I don't really have an intention to reset him. I can't really think of many other heroes that need Druid that I'd rather replace for. And I'm a big fan of the Atlantis family for their defense boost. For obviously defense teams, not so much when you're attacking, but I think it really helps. Lejeune, let's be honest, I don't think I'm going to be putting any into Wilbur. I'm not sure if I got anyone else I reset it for, but I'm lacking on yellow, so even if I'm going to reset it, it's really not going to be anytime soon. Then you got old Margaret. Love Margaret. Just don't see the need to put grids on her at the moment. Obviously it'll help with a TP, but his skill pops fast enough for you not to need the dodge beforehand. So yeah, I doubt I'll be putting grids on her. Proteus, 18 grids, he's going to be staying that way. I don't really like to mess with the Atlantis family. They've done me good. They've been my top hitters for a long while now. But saying that, Grim. He's been with me since the start. Grim and Khalil were my first 4 stars. And as you can see, the 18 grids on him is hefty. I could actually get to 19, but I'm afraid he's going to be reset to swap with Aslar, who will be a part of my main defense team once I've maxed him. BT, he's going to stay at 15 for now. I don't intend to put any more grids in. I may reset Boral to give the Kunchin, depending on how Frida's defense does after I put grids in. And speaking of which, she is due to be leveled after Kunchin. She's second on the list. I highly rate her myself. I'm going to be putting my grids into shield and health, just for the simple fact, if I'm resetting Boral to give the Kunchin, then Frida needs to be my alternate blue tank for wars. Kunchin will be my general tank for raids. Aslar, as I said, I'm resetting Grim to give all the grids to him. The damage they receive over 6 turns would be amazing if it was stacked with bleed. Obviously, more damage, better. Seashat, Dom, Obakan and Magni are going to be sitting there for quite some time. I'm afraid I don't have any tabards. And I don't think I've got any scopes left. No scopes left either. So they're going to be sitting for a while. We've got Danza. It's quite trash, to be fair. Should have listened to Sarge and left him be. Gobbler, pretty much leveled him up for another green and for the Atlantis family. Now, Amona, or however her name is pronounced, I really can't be bothered to try. It's huge for Titans, not so much for War. I really rate her on the Titans. As you can see, she gets the 82% attack and can't be hit for 4 turns. She can't gain mana, but that doesn't really matter. Wilbur used to hold all my grids until Lejeune took over. I definitely do think I will be putting grids into Kirill after I finish Proteus. He's I highly rate him and I've recently got him, so... Well, I got him maxed, sorry, a few weeks ago. I've used him a few times and he doesn't really let you down. Considering blues are one of my strongest troops, I like to make sure I got plenty of blues to use. As you can see, I got 2 max Caedmons. I do have a third. Now, yes, he's a debuffer, which is huge, but as you can see, I got 2 Tonyas sitting, which are debuffers. I got a Cash sitting, then you got Elena, second Magni, and as you can see, Poseidon here. He's my only yellow 5-star, so obviously he's going to be in my defense team. He's got a long way to go, but he will be leveled up probably after Tarlek. Yeah, I will put him before, but as you can see, he's a lot further towards getting done. Oh, I've only got 1 Toma. No. Okay, so I will be leveling Poseidon after Puncheon, Frida, and Aslar until I get enough Toma Tactics for Tarlek. Just because I've already got Margaret as a 5-star green maxed, I think it's a bit of a waste not to use it on Poseidon, although he's miles behind in levels and TP. But as you can see, I have Wukong, who I really should final send, but I just don't care for him. Tarlek really replaces him on Titans for me now. I don't know if you should use him with Wukong, without. Any pointers or advice on Tarlek would be great. I've used him a few times. I love his skill, but obviously there's a few of you that are more adverse with using him, and I'd like to be able to use him to the best of his ability. Izania, huge. I really do like her, but she is on the back burner for now. For any of you that are interested, Hu Tao is the cut-off point for my war team. So the bottom TP hero is 638. Now let's have a look and show you where I am sitting for grids. So as I said, I have 391 sitting for Frida, 85 for Poseidon. You got the 56 barbs here, and gosh knows how many I'm gonna get off Grim when I reset him. A bit of advice on whether or not to wait for a reset or use the gems to reset the heroes, really. I think the 5% loss at Grim's point of 18 grid is going to add up to a bit too much. So I think it might be worth waiting for. But if I finish Aslar, I think I'll probably get impatient and reset him with the gems, which I don't think is the best bet. Now, I've seen in Discord recently that people are trying out colour stacking. When I first started out colour stacking, obviously I was in the same boat. 3 of one colour, 2 of the other is what my preferred stack is. 3-2. But as you can see, my blue 4-stars, I got 3 of these, I think before I even had a green or a red. So I think I just had 1 yellow and 3 blues. So obviously in this case you can see with the levels how I've spread them. Unfortunately yellow's a bit neglected because of the heroes I got for him. I leveled up my blues quite a lot more. I got the Imperial Knights first, then obviously got my Mana Troop and put him ahead of the Imperial Knight. But because of this, I have quite a solid team for using a 3-2 with blues. My preferred stack is 3 blues, 2 reds, and this is the team I would use for said. So you got Borrow, Triton, and Grim with Khalil and Boltusk. That is my 3-2 red at 3876. Ignore the troops, I switched them around to suit who's who. If anyone has Triton, I recommend you do not put a Mana Troop on him, as he pops before everyone else anyway. it kind of bugs me that he pops first, because personally I like to use Grimm's defense down and then hit with Triton. But then his Pierce comes into play. If they got a defense up, he can ignore it. He can also ignore counterattack. So personally, Triton is one of my top heroes in how much I like them. So as you can see, a bit of a theme here. I like blues being the 3 in my setup. You've got the 2 here. And you can see I haven't got 2 4-star greens, but I use the 3-star green to my advantage by putting her on Margaret, because she has mad attack, so the tile damage is quite high as it is. And obviously Gardarus, a lot of people just think of him as a healer. You've all got to remember he does damage, you get plus attack, and he also regenerates health. Now with Tritons, 39% increase the healing, and the 612 you get, I can't really be bothered to do the maths right now. As you can imagine, it adds up. Now, just a little tip, never put Triton on this side. If you're putting in defense, you want him to be on the opposite side. You want him to pop first. So, this is my defense team at the moment, which will eventually look like this. I'm just putting Margaret in there for now. Obviously Talek will replace her eventually, but it's going to be a little while for that. So that will be my Rainbow 5-star team. Thanks all for watching. If there's any more information feel free to DM me on Discord. And it's been great. This is Bob.